Hi, this is a Finnish knife, a knife from Finland by knife manufacturers, knife makers, Marttiini. I'm not sure how you pronounce that in Finnish, but let's zoom in on the brand there. J. Marttiini. Is that a J? Yeah, J. Marttiini, Finland. And I said hi at the beginning, which is Finnish for hello. Right, let's get a little bit of admin out of the way. This is not my knife. A friend of mine who said, "Oh, I hear you like knives. I've got a couple of knives you might like to review." And they brought me this. And yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting knife. Not my normal style of knife, so it's not the kind of knife I would have ever come across. I don't own anything quite like this. And there's two of them I'm going to show you. There's that more sort of traditionalist one, and this one, which is a fish knife apparently. So I'll show you around those two knives, and you can just find out about it a little bit. Now, as regular viewers will know, I'm not an expert. I just like these things, and I'm just going to show you around it. It's sort of a guided tour more than a review. I call that a hands-on review. It's like I'm showing you around it. Right, let's get down to it. First off, the brand J. Marttiini, Finland. So they're from Finland. Let me just read you a little bit about their history. They've been making knives since 1928, and they've made all sorts of weird and wonderful knives. Have a look on the internet, J. Marttiini, Finland, and they have a huge variety of fantastic knives. Now, these aren't massively expensive. You can get expensive versions of these. This is in the €50, 50-ish pounds. Is that right? Let me just double check my internet there. Yeah, it's about that. So not massively expensive, but actually pretty darn good in terms of functionality. Right, so I've got large hands, not big hands. I'm doing myself a disservice. I've got large hands, and this is a hunting, not a hunt. Well, yes, it's an everyday pack knife, bushcraft hunting knife. It's a good size, very sturdy. It's got a sharp spine, so I think it's sort of a bushcraft knife, and it's really comfortable. It's very, very ergonomic. That's the word I'm looking for. It's got this nice finger groove here. The heel of the handle is such that it stops me from my hand from sliding off, and the material is just wood, simple wood. It's birch, and as I mentioned, this was lent to me by a friend, and they haven't done anything to it. It's just a little bit just a bit aged, the wood. That could be sanded and stained and oiled, or you could do anything to that. It's just a simple piece of wood, but it's beautifully shaped. So there's the tang coming all the way through. There's the butt of it there, which you could use for bashing stuff, but it also makes for a strong knife. The oh man, what's it called? The bolster there. The bolster is functional, nothing massively fancy, and the blade itself, I think it's just stainless because there's not a dot of rust on it, and it's very shiny, and it hasn't been I haven't done anything to it. I've literally just taken it out to show you, and it's got this bit of writing on it, which is nice. So it's nothing fancy, but it's super functional. Let's get a random bit of paper and do a bit of slicing. Oh man, yeah, it's good and sharp. Flip a neck. I don't think that my friend has sharpened it. I think that's how it still is from when they got it. So good and sharp, great shape to it. Look at that. Good point for intricate work. You can carve and do whatever it is you need to do. Very, 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 very fine point there, and a slight dip along the spine there. So the spine is straight, and then about here it dips. If you can see that. Let's get a straight edge so you can see what I'm talking about. There, can you see a little dip there? That's a cool blade shape, and it's quite a big blade, very functional. Obviously not going to be walking around the city with that, but take it out into the woods, very functional. So give or take 11 centimeters blade. The handle is, hang on, I'll get the measurement for you. Let's go bolster to butt 12 centimeters, and then the handle itself is 10.5 centimeters. So all in, I'm going to have to go with my ugly plastic ruler for all in. The total length is from tip to butt, quite like that, 23 centimeters. So a good sized bushcraft knife, and it comes with a very nice leather sheath, which just sort of smacks of tradition, and it's very nicely made. Hang on, let's just go a quick close up here. It's got this lovely stamp in it. What does it say? I can't really read that. Can you? There we go. Since 1920 something. Marttiini, Finland. So that's cool. It has a nice authentic feel to it. This little tassel is nice. I mean, you could hang that off a belt. I don't think that's what it's for. I may be wrong. I think it's just for aesthetics. And at the end, sorry, I wanted to show you this funny little thing. That's cute and cool, but also functional. There's a hole, so any moisture or liquids can drain if you put the knife away in its sheath. It can drain on your belt. Now in there, you can't make it out, but there's like a double little layer in here, just about here, to catch the knife. So you have to position it, and then there's nothing fancy going on. It just grips it. It grips the knife, and it's a good hold. And that's the whole package. It's nice. Right, so I'm going to put that away. Sorry, I should have said at the beginning, shouldn't I? This is, or maybe I did. This is the Marttiini Lumberjack knife. So it's called Lumberjack. There's a variety of different versions of this type of thing, but this specific one has the shaped handle with the finger groove. So that's cool. That's good fun. Right, let's have a look at this one, which is a very specific knife. Let me just grab the details. This is a Fisherman's knife Condor, it's called, I think, from my research. So it's very particular, isn't it? Very odd. Let's have a look around that together. Again, this is lent to me by my friend to do this review. Massive handle, so large hands fit on there. Absolutely luxurious. No tight squeeze there. It's lovely and comfortable handle. Great big swoop there, so my hand is not slipping off. The material is rubber. This is a rubber handle, very, very grippy, and should it get slippy in the wet or whatever, it's got a bit of texture both sides, so it's definitely good grip on that. This side is this sort of texture, and then on the other side it's texture with the stamp, the logo branding stamped into that, which is very attractive. On the blade itself, it's got the branding as well, J. Marttiini, Finland, slightly off. I don't quite know what they've lined that up with. This is a €40 knife, so aesthetics don't really matter too much. Functionality is what it's all about. I imagine, not being a fisherman or a hunter, I imagine this could do a lot of work, a lot of handy work. So why is it like this? Well, it's the internet says it's a multi-purpose tool for fishermen. So it's got a serrated back, and holy moly, is that serrated? That is a massively dangerous thing. It's sharp. All of that is sharp. I don't think it's sharpened. I just think the nature of the shape and the pattern, everything is got sharp edges, and that's for removing fish scales. And I bet that could do the job very quickly and swiftly. And the shape of it, You can, I don't know. What would you do if as a fisherman you would need that sort of shape? Get into things, filleting. It's just a handy shape, but it's razor sharp like the other one. Well, not quite as razor sharp, but you know, sharp out of the box. And that tip, flipping heck, you can do some work with this knife. So it's a good as it says, a multi-purpose knife. This cool bolster, what is it? It's brass. I'm not sure. It's cheap. I mean, it is cheap, but oh, hang on, it's got a stamp there. I hadn't noticed that. US Pat. So Postman Pat's US cousin was involved in making this. No, obviously not. So some sort of patent on part of that. It's got this jimping. It's not really jimping. A grippy bit on the top of the bolster where your thumb would go. I mean, they've thought it through. There's no doubt about it. It's a functional piece of knife. That it's cool, isn't it? Oh, sorry, and I should have shown you. It comes in a plastic sheath. Simple sort of thing. Sort of thing you get on a Mora. You get these danglers, don't you? These plastic danglers. I mean, it's got J. Marttiini stamped on it. Finland. It's cheap but functional, and the knife just sort of is friction that keeps it in there. There's no click or fancy retaining system. It's just the friction once it gets to here. Pop that on your belt. Go into the rivers and fish. Oh yeah, because it's there we go. Come on, focus. Inox. So it's stainless steel. So you can get that wet. Probably best to dry it off and oil it once you're finished. But you know, you're not going to do much damage if it's soaking wet all day long. Pretty cool. Right, there we go. So a couple of interesting Finnish knives. Sort of Puukko style. That one, this fishing hunting thing. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around those with me. I've quite enjoyed messing about with those. I shall pop them back to my friend and say thank you very much. And in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would always be appreciated. A little like, a little thumbs up would also be appreciated. Any comments would also be interesting. You probably know more about these knives than I do. So any positive comments would be appreciated. Try and keep the negative comments out of the comment section. That would be cool. Thank you very much. There we go. Oh yeah, have a look around my channel. I do other knives. I do watches and EDC stuff. You may find something of interest amongst the archives of my YouTube channel. There we go. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you soon.